start with something called the Doomsday Clock. The Doomsday Clock is what the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists started putting out in 1947 at the start of the atomic age. Now, of course, we're in the thermonuclear era, but they said we're close to disaster. We could destroy all of humanity. We could blow up the world. And they put forward a clock as a graphic. How close or how far are we from nuclear disaster? When the Doomsday Clock was first unveiled in 1947, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, these experts in the atomic age, put the minute hand at 7 minutes away from midnight. Oh my God, midnight being nuclear Armageddon. 7 minutes. They were telling us a message that we're in the Cold War. We have the beginnings of a nuclear arms race because Russia was about to get the bomb too, and then there was going to be a huge arms race, and then came the H-bomb, so-called, and so forth. Now, what has happened in the last 30 years, basically? We went farther away during periods of détente. We went closer during periods of crisis. But since 1992, every U.S. president, in my view, and according to the clock, has been in an administration where by the end of the term, the minute hand or the second hand is closer to nuclear Armageddon than it was when the president came into office. Where are we today, according to the Doomsday Clock? 90 seconds from midnight. This means, according to this expert view, with which I concur, we are closer to nuclear war than we have ever been in human history.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit of the Rakakwadash. And just as you have the Doomsday Clock, the Lord set up the Doomsday Prophets, which is us. And yes, we are those Doomsday Prophets declaring the end of this empire known as Babylon the Great, which is America according to the Holy Scriptures. And this is the reality that you scoffers, mockers, and demons have to deal with, because the end of your world is at hand, whether you believe it or not. As you see on the screen, the end of the world is now. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. See that? Jumping right into this article here. This is from the newstarget.com. This came out a couple weeks ago. But the headline here, it reads, Shadows of Armageddon. The chilling reality of a nuclear attack on America, which is prophecy. And again, this is the reality that you non-believers don't want to deal with. Okay, we're not here to give you peace and prosperity, all right, security and comfort. We're here to declare unto you the total annihilation of Babylon the Great, America, according to the Bible, man, as it is written. Real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 30 in the NLT. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30 in verse 8, and it reads, it says, now go and write down these words, write them in a book. They will stand until the end of time as a witness that these people are stubborn rebels who refuse to pay attention to the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai's instructions. Verse 10, they tell the seers, stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what is right. Tell us nice things, tell us lies. And that's what you people want to hear. Okay, you don't want to deal with the reality that's at hand. Okay, we are in the time of nuclear war. All right, this place being totally wiped out from the earth, man. Okay, it says, verse 11, Isaiah 30 and 11 in the NLT, it says, forget all this gloom. See, you know, we're coming with the doom and gloom, man. Right, I got that pulled up real quick. The definition of gloom. It says partial or total darkness, dimness. It says partially or totally dark place, area, or location. A state of melancholy or depression, despondency. All right, dark times are coming. All right, it says that in let me get that real quick too. In was it Zephaniah 1? All right, the doom and gloom. And then we'll go back to that. Bear with me. Here we go. Zephaniah 1 and 14, it says, the great day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it is near, and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Verse 15, the point, it says, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess. All right? The day of destruction, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. And this is what we're warning you of. All right? This is the end of this current world, which is really the end of Esau's world, man, that you people don't want to deal with. All right? But going back again, Isaiah 30 and 11 in the NLT, it says, forget all this gloom, get off your narrow path, stop telling us about your Holy One of Israel. You see that? So that's how these people really feel. All right. This is why they try to label us as a cult, fear mongers and conspiracy theorists and all of that BS, because they don't want to deal with prophecy. They don't want to deal with the reality that's in front of them. All right. You people want to remain in a fairy tale, man. All right. Death and destruction is coming, whether you can see it or not. All right. So going back again, shadows of Armageddon, the chilling reality of a nuclear attack on America. All right, let's read a little bit. All right, it says a new map based on FEMA data reveals that a large-scale nuclear attack on the U.S. could potentially kill up to 75% of the country's population, affecting major cities and infrastructure. Man, this place is about to get wiped out. You see? It says the map identifies densely populated cities on the east, west, and mid-east coast, as well as military installations and strategic facilities as likely targets. See? Because that's another reason why Donald Trump was, proposed of building the Iron Dome over America. All right, because he knows, just like the rest of the people in the government, they know that nuclear war is getting ready to hit Babylon the Great, sooner than what we realize, man. All right. So they're preparing for an attack. It says the risk of nuclear war has increased in recent years due to the abandonment of arms control treaties and the development of new nuclear weapons by major powers. Yeah, because everybody has the technology. All right. Like it says in Isaiah. Let me get that real quick. Isaiah. Was it, Joel, 3rd chapter, right? This is Joel chapter 3. In verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, all right, the other nations, the heathen nations, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. The point, verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You see? So now these other nations have that capability. All right. They got far bigger and better missiles than America. All right. They're trading technology. You see? They're boasting about their nuclear capability, how they have far surpassed America's technology. So let the weak say, I am strong. You see that? But going back, it says, reading on here, it says the global implications of a nuclear conflict would be severe, including a potential nuclear winter that could cause mass starvation and widespread destruction. All right, which is all written in the scriptures. It says the map serves as a call for renewed efforts in arms control and non-proliferation to prevent the catastrophic consequences of nuclear conflict. In an era marked by increasing geopolitical tensions at the Salaki, in the resurgence of nuclear saber rattling, a new map reveals a stark and sobering reality. A large-scale nuclear attack on American soil could result in the annihilation of up to 75% of the country's population. All right, this whole place is going to be wiped out. All right, the scriptures go into that, how this place is going to be made desolate without inhabitant. It says, created by Kayan Maps and based on data from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, this map serves as a chilling reminder of the catastrophic consequences of nuclear conflict. All right, so there's no way around this thing. There's no way that this can be avoided. This is all the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Let's see. I'm just going to read a little bit more. We'll grab some scriptures here and play a video or two. It says the unseen targets. It says beyond the densely populated cities, the map highlights over 100 military facilities, including intercontinental ballistic missile ICBM silos, naval bases, and Air Force installations as likely targets. These silos, primarily located in Montana, Colorado, Wyoming, and North Dakota, will serve as epicenters of nuclear devastation. The strategic positioning of these facilities underscores the nation's vulnerability, as their destruction would severely undermine America's nuclear deterrent. Infrastructure targets such as power plants, transportation hubs, oil refineries, and critical communication centers are also marked for an attack. The disruption of these essential services would exacerbate the chaos and humanitarian crisis following a nuclear strike. All right, and the rest reads on. Okay, let me grab this scripture, man. So there's no way to avoid this this chilling reality that's getting ready to go down of a nuclear attack on America. All right, let me grab this too. All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 25, and it reads, it says, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain." All right, and that's Babylon, America. All right, mountains represent major governments, and America will represent that destroying mountain. All right, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, save the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which destroyeth all the earth." You see that? And the scriptures say in Revelations that the Lord was going to destroy him that destroyed the earth. All right, so Babylon, America is responsible for that. "Which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain." So the Lord said he was going to cause this destroying mountain to be turned into a burnt mountain. Okay, and that's going to happen by those ICBMs. It says, "And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, save the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai." All right, and that's what the Lord is getting ready to do to Babylon. All right, verse 27, "Set you up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations," and the trumpet is being blown, the trumpet of war. All right, this is why the Lord is gathering the nations, pursuing to Isaiah the 13th chapter. All right, he's gathering these world militaries for war. "Blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her. Call together against the kingdoms of Iraq." All right, Iraq going back to Turkey, and Mini going back to Armenia, and Ashkenaz going back to Germany. All right, and you see that now, these nations, coming together, making these agreements, making these different alliances right now to eventually come against the great whore. It says, "Appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes." All right, and the Medes represent Russia. "The captains thereof and all the rulers thereof, and in all the land of his dominion." The point, verse 29, it says, "And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant," as we just read here. All right, over 75% of the population and infrastructure is going to be destroyed if this place gets nuked. All right, this is all tied back to Bible prophecy. All right, But let's grab this too, right? And we'll play this clip. All right, Isaiah chapter 9, just to add on. Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And this is what the prophet Isaiah saw. All right, this coming war that's going to play out on the earth, World War III, is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. You see that? This is from Weon. It says, "Russia warns of nuclear war over Putin assassination plot." Check this out.
Breaking news coming in from Moscow. Russia has reacted furiously to the claim by an American journalist that the Biden administration tried to assassinate the Russian president. The Speaker of Russia's State Duma says that any plot to assassinate President Vladimir Putin is not just a crime, but a global catastrophe waiting to happen. He calls it a, quote, direct path to nuclear war, urging international bodies to take the matter seriously. Well, his words came in response to explosive claims by the American journalist Tucker Carlson, who alleges that the Biden administration discussed eliminating the Russian leader. The statement comes a day after the Kremlin's assurance that its security services remain vigilant, taking all necessary precautions to protect President Putin and all others who are under state security. The Kremlin's remarks during a press conference in Moscow in response to claims made by the American journalist Tucker Carlson on his popular TV show that the US leadership had plotted an assassination attempt on Russia's leader. Carlson claims that the former US Secretary of State Antony Blinken was aggressively pushing for direct military confrontation with Russia in his final months in office. The White House has not officially responded, but Moscow's reaction signals a new phase of tensions. These fresh tensions come at a time when Moscow and Washington are gearing up for talks between the US President Donald Trump and the Russian President Putin over the Ukraine war.
Yeah, so right now, as you heard here, Biden tried to take out Putin before he left office, man. You see? So all this stuff is headed to disaster. And right now they're pushing these talks of peace between Trump and Putin. But we know, again, as the scriptures say in 1 Thessalonians, right? Let's get that too. 1 Thessalonians 5. Straight to the point. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, it says, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So when we hear about these things, we know that that destruction is drawing even closer. All right, because prophecy tells us that there is no peace coming to this place, man. All right, so this is all an illusion. All right, to keep these people comfortable, because everybody is, pretty much everybody's uncomfortable and anxious because people see that nuclear war is on the doorstep of this place, man. And there is no turning back. This is all the will of the Lord. Remember, the scriptures tell us in Exodus, 15 and 3, that the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Washai, is a man of war. All right, the Lord is the one that's working the minds of these kings. All right, Proverbs 1 and 21. All right, Proverbs 21 and 1. All right, Proverbs 21 and 1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Washai, meaning the minds of these kings are in the hand of Yahweh Shemel Washai. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is the one that's controlling this thing. All right, we're not going back. There's not going to be any peace. There's not going to be any security. All right, things are on the up for total disaster. All right, so there's no getting around this thing, man. Nuclear war is coming as it is written. All right, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10, and it reads, it says, but the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Washai, will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And what is that going to be? The destruction, man. All right, those nuclear warheads hitting the planet Earth. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Okay, so what is this talking about? The nuclear catastrophe, man. Okay, that's how the world is going to go out on this side, man, with fire. the second death. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming day of the Most High. And this is what we're looking for. Hey, if you are truly in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're hasting for the day of destruction, man. You know, you got that bug out Alazar talking about 1,000 years from now or whatever he was talking about, man. All right. And see, that's what happens when you get that bag, man. This is what happens when you become compromised, man. You sell out. All right. You got to trim the gospel. You got to start spewing madness, man. All right. Showing you again that the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with the majority of these camps, man. All right. This is what we're looking for. The prophets of doom, the doomsday prophets, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's how this place is getting ready to go out, by fervent heat. All right. And we did plenty of videos going into this topic, man. All right. You know, you got those nuclear scientists that said that, you know, that nuclear fire is going to be over 10 million degrees, man. 15 million degrees. All right. So as soon as that firewall comes down, things are just going to be instantly incinerated, man. Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right. This is what we're looking for. This is how the new heaven and new earth is going to come in, by the destruction. All right. So, hey, like Elder Apostle Gabar said, hey, we are the doomsday prophets, and we wear that badge proudly, man. All right, at the end of the day. All right, we are those doomsday prophets with 100% truth. All right, so you've been warned. All right, that time is coming, and it's drawing very, very close. Romans 13 and 11. Let's pull that up real quick. Romans 13 and 11, and it reads, it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believe. All right, it's getting ready to go down sooner than we actually know, man. All right, the end of the world is now, man. You know, and that's pretty much the point. See if there's anything else I want to read. Historical context and current concerns. The risk of nuclear war has escalated in recent years due to the abandonment of longstanding nuclear armed control treaties and the development of new nuclear weapons by major powers. Russia, with an estimated 5,580 nuclear warheads, leads the world, followed by the United States with 5,044. China, while possessing a smaller arsenal between 500 and 600 warheads, is rapidly expanding its nuclear capabilities, man. Everybody's preparing for nuclear war, World War III, man. All right? Global implications, all right? And that's the point. So I pray that you were edified. Until the next one, Shalom.